I'm Joe Seabrooks, and welcome to Sunsational News, where we celebrate the amazing students and the incredible programs at the Cedar Valley campus of the newly transformed Dallas College. Today, you are in for an amazing treat. Put your seatbelts on, because we're going to hear from our phenomenal student athletes at the Cedar Valley campus. Welcome. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
Good. Well, tell the people who you are and what your plans, your academic plans and professional plans are.
My name is Jordan Berry. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I play on the men's basketball team. I'm the owner of Shoe First Studios, a clothing brand based out of Dallas. And my professional plans after I graduate in May is to focus on my clothing brand and build an empire out of it.
That's fantastic. So you're a business owner.
Yes, sir.
Say the name of your company again.
Shoe First Studios. You can shop online at www.shoefirststudios.com.
Oh, I think you heard it here. Okay, Shoe First Studios. All right, who's next?
I am. My name is Soleil Trejo. I'm a part of the indoor women's volleyball program as well as sand volleyball. I'm currently from Dallas, Texas, and I have an academic plan to continue my athletic career at University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma, where I will commit to play for the women's indoor volleyball team.
Right.
I intend to major in nursing and hopefully become a neonatal nurse later on.
Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you for being here. Who's next?
Hello, my name is John Ayala. I'm Colombian, and I'm the captain for the men's soccer team. And I want to graduate this May, and I want to become an aerospace engineer and become the first person to create a land speeder, so we can all start flying our cars in the air.
Wait a minute. So you're talking about the land speeder from Star Wars?
Yes, sir.
Talking about R2-D2?
Yes, sir.
C-3PO?
C-3PO, Anakin Skywalker. And
You're going to make that real?
Yes, sir.
You heard it here, folks. All right. Thank you, John. All right. Who's next?
Hi, my name is Nia Looper. My major is business and marketing, and after this school, I'm going to go on to a 4-year to get another marketing and business degree in hopes of one day becoming an entrepreneur.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Now, what type of business do you want to own?
So I want to get into the beauty industry. I want to have a skincare line and also focus on vitamins. I feel like a lot of people don't take as many vitamins as they should, and it's very beneficial. And they don't get enough daily water intake. And I just want to promote that for everyone to be happy and healthy and have great skin.
That's great. You going to do anything for hair growth, maybe?
Oh, yeah, I do have hair growth oils. My hair is in a protective style right now, but I do have long, pretty curly hair. And I just know all about that. And I can step into different industries once I get my business up and running.
I love it. Well, fantastic. Thanks for being here. Excellent.
Can I go?
Yeah, all right. Go for it.
My name is Leo De La Garza. I'm a member of the pitching staff at Cedar Valley College. I'm a business major, and I'm going to get my associates next fall, and then I'll move on to a 4-year college to get my bachelor's.
Excellent, 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 excellent. Has everyone had a chance to go? Please, go for it.
My name is Julissa. My parents are from Honduras. I was born here. This is my first year playing for Cedar Valley. I was actually named captain of the team my freshman year.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
And my plans for the future are to major in biotechnology or biology, so I can go to I can do the pre-med field or the PA field. I'm still kind of confused, but we'll get there.
Awesome. Well, I'm just happy to have you all here. Coach, we have you here also. Tell us who you are and what you do to make Cedar Valley great.
Hello, my name is Latasha Roach. I am the head women's basketball coach at Cedar Valley College. And what I do to make this great, I lead our athletes to a successful career.
Well, you know, I'm excited to have this conversation. You know, believe it or not, years ago, generations ago, I was a student athlete myself. And I'm curious to know, how did you get started in your sport?
I got started in my sport at a young age. I was actually a multi-sport athlete, so I played football, soccer, and basketball. But just as just getting older, just year by year, I just decided to just pick one sport. I used to really love football, but I liked basketball too. So at 8 years old, I kind of picked, and then I just chose basketball and just ran with it. And
excellent, excellent. Well, we're fortunate to have you here. Yes, indeed. How about you, sports?
Well, when I was younger, I was actually at a rec center with my brothers, and they were, I think, playing basketball. And I just decided to wander off, and I wandered into the other gym, and I saw this really aggressive but crazy lady yelling at people. And I was like, I want to do that. That's exactly what I want to do.
Awesome.
And so I hopped into the drills, and I met an amazing woman named Martha Collins, and she kind of helped me start my late career in volleyball.
That's fantastic. So who would have thought following those Knucklehead brothers would have brought you to where you are today?
Really, honestly, I had no idea, but I'm very blessed and happy to have that opportunity.
Excellent. Thank you. John, how did you choose soccer?
I started watching soccer and TV since I was 3 years old. And then growing up, I started playing other sports too, like football and track. And then on my freshman year of high school, I had to pick because due to conflict in the spring, I chose soccer and I just ran with it and started kicking goals.
All right, ran to go kick. I love that. Fantastic. Leo, how'd you become a superstar baseball player?
Well, my dad, he grew up in like a less fortunate area in like South Texas, and he didn't really play much organized sports, and baseball was his favorite sport. So I guess he wanted to like feel the opportunity to give us that chance to play organized sports, and I fell in love with it.
Excellent. Well, we're happy to have you. Yes, ma'am. Miss Nia.
So I actually found out about basketball through my church, and I started playing upward for them when I was a kid. And then I just loved it, so I just kept playing it. And I also started playing other sports like them, a multi-sport athlete. And I eventually just settled down on playing basketball because it was my favorite, and I have a lot of love for the game.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Last but not least, right?
Yes. So I had to thank my father, although he's not in my life, like he's there sometimes, but I'm grateful that he shared his passion for soccer and shared it to me. And that's how I started playing soccer. And he actually coached me since I was little and put me in clubs and stuff like that. So I'm grateful for that.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate that. And we are fortunate to have you here. I will say something to you. So this next question is very important because there's a lot of our businesses and companies that are watching this video, and they all are looking for talented, creative, hardworking, collaborative team players like you. Tell our companies right now, what will it take for them? What kind of environment do they have to create to make you want to work with them? Who'll go first?
I would say you most definitely want to set a competitive tone in your work environment. In a work environment, I want everybody around me to compete and get better. I don't want to stay in the same position that I was in whenever, say for instance, that I got a job 2 years down the road. I want to be in a better position, and I want everybody around me to be in a better position. So I think just drilling work ethic and just being competitive, I would treat a job like a sport as well. So just playing sports, it can translate to other things in life, just other than playing sports.
Absolutely. So allow your competitive spirit to thrive in the workplace. I love
definitely.
that. Okay. How about you?
I completely agree. I think I definitely want a competitive atmosphere, but also I think I want employers and employees that are trustworthy and loyal to me. I think that's very essential to create a successful work environment, because if you can't trust the person next to you, can't work with them, there isn't any opportunity to grow.
I love that. I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
In my company, I want people with the same mindset as me and us together working towards one specific goal, just like a soccer team.
One specific goal, just like the winning soccer team at Cedar Valley, by the way. Leo, your thoughts?
Like kind of like what they said. I want to touch base on that. Like, I want like a company that'll make me stronger as a person, not just in the workplace, but also in my day-to-day life. And I want to be able to improve my skill set like along the years.
Yeah, spoken like a true champion. I love that.
I want to work for a company that's personable and that they just teach everyone more skills, so everyone can grow as people in the work field better than when they came in there.
So you want to be better when you leave than when you came.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent, 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 fantastic.
I must say I agree with all of you guys. I agree with John. I want someone who has the same mindset. Don't have a fixed mindset. You better have a growth mindset, just because it's better for yourself. And I want my company to value me as a person. I want them to not take advantage of me, of my work, of my time. So that's one of the important things I want someone to have.
Excellent. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, Coach, let me ask you, because, it's our expectation that by having an athletic program, that we're giving our students a competitive advantage for life beyond college. As a coach, what do you intentionally do, or how do you intentionally engage our students to prepare them for life after sports?
Well, what I like to do, even when I'm out recruiting, I tell my girls all the time, I kind of share my background as far as, just my background as far as just being in their seat. And my job is to connect before I correct, and I say I like build relationships with them. So I like them to get to know me as Coach Roach, but also know I'm not perfect. And I let them know from my childhood, just my history and where I'm at today, like what I went through to get to where I'm at, like don't give up. I'm big on perseverance and things like that. So my job, again, teach them life skills. Because the route that I took to get where I'm at today is like, I couldn't give up. So my job, I try to teach them strength, to be mentally tough, because in this world, you have to be mentally tough. You can't let everything bother you and get to you or distract you, because if it do, you're going to lose every time. I tell them all the time about making decisions, emotional decisions. Take a deep breath, think about it, 24 hours from now, but don't make decisions when you are mentally and emotionally broke down. Don't let distractions get in the way. So as a coach and my student athletes and things like that, I teach them again, how to make sure they go out and get their degree. Because when basketball is over with, you have a life ahead of you. So we talk about, a degree plan. We talk about program and study. What do you want to do? Do I need to go with you? I have looks on jobs and things like that. So again, my job is to teach them life skills. We go out there, win games. That's something that we always do. But also the challenge is what you want to do after basketball. When you get injured and things like that, what are the plans? What can I do to help you? So my job is to teach them things outside of the basketball court.
Coach, I love that. In fact, I think I may try to borrow that from you. that we connect before we correct.
Oh, you got to. It's important.
I love that, and I think that epitomizes the program and what these young people represent. But let me switch gears for a second, and this may not be the most pleasant conversation. I don't want to bring up old traumatic memories, but we cannot talk in 2022 about anything without talking about COVID-19. Tell the audience, how has COVID-19 impacted you as a student athlete?
I would say as a student athlete, COVID impacted me in a greater way than I would have thought. It actually turned me into an entrepreneur, and it turned me into a business owner. So before COVID, I was really heavy on basketball. I'm still heavy on basketball, but it opened the door for me just to look later down the road and just open my options. So now I'm not heavily just waiting on basketball. If the ball stopped bouncing today, I have something to fall back on and just be successful in life other than just basketball.
Excellent. So COVID, was it the amount of free time that came with COVID that put you in the situation to want to be an entrepreneur faster than what you were ready to?
It was most definitely, we had a lot of free time. So on my free time, instead of people playing games and just being with their family, I was with my family still, but I was on YouTube a lot, just looking up information and adding value to myself to just put on myself.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So Lise, tell us, how did COVID impact you?
My name is Soleil.
Soleil, sorry.
But that's okay. Mine was a little bit of an opposite effect. COVID definitely isolated me from the sport and the people that I love. I'm a very social and interactive person. And so for me to be isolated for a little while, it definitely took a toll on my mental health, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, it gave me an opportunity to get to know myself better and to find those weak points and those moments of, let's say, discouragement, and be able to work through it and understand where I am in life and what I've got to be blessed for. And it definitely helped me find an advantage towards myself.
Excellent. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Being a student athlete during COVID was a positive thing for me. Being a student athlete, you have to wake up early and then leave late at night. And then when COVID came, I would have extra time to hang out with my family, and that was such a huge blessing for me.
Yeah, that is a positive. I think we all have had to grow closer with the people in our households. So yeah, I appreciate that too. Excellent. Anyone else want to share?
COVID for me, it brought out the weak points in my study habit, not being able to go to school. I'm an in-person learner. I have ADHD. I can't focus. I can't sit still. And I'm always just doing stuff. So for it to be up to me to do it at home and make sure I get the same amount of work done, it was just hard. So I just had to build better study habits, and put a plan in place. That way I could finish my classes and not fall behind.
Excellent. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, so it was my senior year of high school when it kind of all broke out about 2 years ago this week, I believe I seen. But yeah, like kind of the opposite of what she said. I felt like it kind of forced me to like learn because I feel like I was more distracted when you have those social interactions in the classroom.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like it kind of brought out like the better side academically towards me, but athletic wise, it kind of was unfortunate that it canceled our season and stuff. But yeah, I feel like it made me a stronger person.
Okay. I appreciate that perspective.
For me, COVID was kind of hard, especially financially with my family. My mom's a single mother, and unfortunately, she got laid off from work. So my sister and I had to pick up 2 jobs so we can pay the rent and the bills. So, I mean, it made me a more responsible person. I mean, like Coach Roach said, that we do have a life outside of our sport. So we have to know how to manage our time and how to pay our bills, because soccer or any sport is not going to, we might not make money, but who knows? We might go pro one day. Who knows, right?
Who knows?
Right.
I know that's
it
right.
It made me more responsible, and I guess more, I don't know, more calm. I was chaotic at the time, and now I had to like calm down.
You had to focus. You had to focus. Well, I appreciate knowing that COVID wasn't all bad. Thank you for sharing that. So if I can ask this question, before I do that, let me ask you, Coach, what observations you and the coaching staff have you made as relates to the changes that you may have seen in our athletes because of COVID?
The work ethic, with them being off again. I know I was there when the season canceled, or we pick up something, but coming out of high school, the kids, it's like starting back over again. And so also from the court and also in the classroom, because they're so used to the virtual learning that was going on. So as a coach, it's like staying on them, making sure they get the grades in. And then as far as just their work ethic and their athletic ability, it's like reprogramming. So that was that's kind of a challenge as well, because you recruit, you see the way they was before COVID, then you get them here. It's kind of like now it's going to take a year. So let's say the off season going into the season itself to see, okay, we got to get back. We can't just go into the season and play. We actually have to restructure and rebuild because they lost so much being in the house.
So it sounds like there was some regression, both athletically and academically.
It was
wow.
And so that was hard coming off of that again, just bringing in recruits and bringing in girls. It's like you have to just, restructure everything because the learning is different now. Obviously we're in person, but like, Neil was saying, I know it was a struggle watching my athletes virtually try to attend school. They just come out of high school virtually. So I know, me being a high school teacher, how that was for my students. They work, like you said, a lot of them lost their jobs and things like that, their parents and things. So my students, they have to work a job or two. They weren't even in class. So even just coming in as athletes and things like that, they just come out of school virtually, going into, when we did have the COVID that one year, last year, virtually. So it was really a struggle on and off the court as far as the COVID.
Okay. Well, it looks like we have overcome COVID, and I'm happy.
We did. I'm so excited.
Happy that we
no cases.
are hopefully on the other side of COVID. So let me shift gears now. I remember way back when music was a big part of my academic and athletic journey. I'm very curious to know, what are the top songs on your playlist and why?
Right now on my playlist, I'm listening to a lot of Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
I just like what he's rapping. I can relate to him. It's about what he's talking about, his marathon. Like it took him a long time just to get to where he was at, to where people see him at today, and just the image that he portrayed and just all he went through to get to where he at it's amazing to see. So I listen to him because he talks about it a lot in his songs.
Yeah, Nipsey Hussle, may he rest in peace. Thank you.
Right.
Appreciate that. Who'll go next?
I will. So I love music. I love a lot of different artists. There's a lot of variety to my music playlist. And so I go from country, liking John Party, to liking Post Malone and Congratulations, one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
To just rock and all kinds of stuff. So I have a wide variety of music tastes.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Okay.
Well, I like rock. I like the bands Red Hot Chili Peppers, Tame Impala.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah, they're
those old guys.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're great singers.
okay. I'm just checking, just making sure.
I like AC/DC. I like
Wow. Okay.
Nirvana. But like I like it because it gets me fired up for when we have soccer games. That's my instant.
Okay. Awesome. You're a throwback. I love that. Excellent. Who'll go next? Leo?
Yeah, I listen to a lot of rap, and but it kind of varies everywhere. A lot of alternative rock, like you was saying, Red Hot Chili Peppers. You got like stuff like the Eagles.
The Eagles, like
Yeah.
the Eagles
Yeah,
from
yeah,
back in the
that's
day, the 70s Eagles.
No, well, I don't. I don't really know what. era
Okay,
it was.
okay.
Yeah.
It was before you were born.
Yeah.
I promise you that. I promise you that.
And then I listen to 311, Weezer, stuff like that, and then a lot of Kanye West.
Kanye West.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Excellent. Excellent. All right.
I like R&B music. I like Queen Naja, and I'm really heavy on Ari Lennox at the moment.
Ari Lennox.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just like upbeat music that can pull me out of a bad mood and just take my mind off of everything.
Okay. I love that. I love that.
Well, I like Bad Bunny, just the artist.
Bad Bunny.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And he's from the DFW?
Nah, he's from Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Okay.
So you see, I listen to Bad Bunny, but when I'm working out, because I need my heart to start pumping.
Yeah.
But I can switch up on you when I'm doing school where I be putting some orchestra stuff.
You're classical, huh? Okay. Beethoven.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I definitely have to pick up my music game. I appreciate you all sharing that. But let us pause for a short moment as we hear from a message from Dallas College.
This is Marcus. He wants to become a teacher, so he's taking classes at Dallas College. And these are Marcus's parents. They are glad he's going to Dallas College. So what's the difference between attending a university or going to Dallas College? At Dallas College, you're enrolling in a career, not just a class.
Translation, J-O-B.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
Dallas College, education that works.
To get started on your own career, click here. Translation, J-O-B. Go ahead, click the link.
So welcome back to the Sensational News video blog, where we celebrate the amazing students and the incredible programs at the Dallas College Cedar Valley campus. We are here today speaking to some phenomenal student athletes who represent us extremely well, who I'm so proud of. Let me ask you more about your experience as a student athlete. Could you share with me some of the pros and cons of being a student athlete?
Pros and cons of playing men's basketball in college. The pro is you get to play and advance to another level. Coming from high school, you get to advance to the next level and play a game that you love. A con would be time management and the balance between off the court and school. So coming in as a freshman, like I said earlier, you have individuals and a lot of workouts. So you have to balance your day and be able to good at time management just to be successful as a student athlete.
Fantastic. So it's an opportunity to really hone your skills, but it comes at a price when it comes to time.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. All right. Yes, and who'll go next? Yes.
I'll go next. I'm a very optimistic person, so I don't like to think that there's any cons out of any situation. But I will say that for pros, I think you gain a lot of great mentors that can help you work through life and work through hard decisions. You receive a lot of life lessons that you carry on throughout life. And I think that at the end of the day, some of the cons that you would say would be dealing with those high pressure moments and how to understand what you're feeling, how to work through those feelings, how to make the appropriate decisions without being emotional. And so I think that would be the con, but at the same time, we as athletes persevere and we're strong and we know how to carry ourselves in a very upbeat and prideful way.
I love that. Thank you. John, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do agree. I also have a different con. There's a lot of sacrifice between all of us. Like some of us have to go work after college. We have to study too. You got to put in the hard work. on and off the field. But the pro is you get to meet new people everywhere.
Yeah,
And
that's
you get
right.
to socialize, get your social network expanding. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I remember that. There's folks who I'm bonded to for the last 30 years who I wouldn't have never met or been in touch with or connected with if not for athletics. So I agree with that wholeheartedly. Leo, what are your thoughts? What are some of the pros and cons?
Yeah, I feel like there's some cons, like socially, friends that you have outside of like athletics and stuff. But I feel like there's more pros that outweigh those cons, such as building new relationships on like your team, meeting new teammates and stuff. And then you can also use athletics as like an outlet to find scholarships and other opportunities to get on from, junior college and get to that 4 year that you want to.
Excellent. Yes, indeed. Nia, your thoughts?
I agree with what they were all saying. Some of the pros, like Coach Roach always told us to connect with our teammates. You're building a sisterhood here. And my other coach, Coach Z, said that college is where you make your long-term friends that you take trips with when you get older, that you invite to your wedding. So you want to do all that here now. And some of the cons would be like, they said also time management and just deciding to yourself what's mandatory and what sacrifices you need to make to be able to be the best student athlete you can be, and also keep your grades up so you can play.
Excellent. Love that.
Well, they kind of said all of my cons too. So I'm just gonna say my pro. Like, I think for me, soccer, that's how I kind of quote unquote de-stress like my emotions. Like, that's how I feel like alive. Leaving everything that happens at home. Soccer is just like my passion. I bet for any sport, any person who feels like at home isn't the best place, but soccer or any sport makes them feel very homey, very comfortable. So.
Yeah, I love that. Seeing everybody nod their heads. You all agree with that. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, so let me ask another related athletic question. Being in the Dallas Athletic Conference and having to compete across the region, from your perspective this year in 2022, who has been your toughest opponent thus far?
I don't have to consider opponents tough, but
Hey now, that's
somebody
right.
that we did play this year that I felt that was a challenge was Grayson College. They had an Oregon commit, and they just had a lot of people that were just a lot bigger, and just it was a different look rather than like seeing what we see in conference. So,
do you remember the score of that game?
It was probably about 30.
Okay, awesome. All right.
I would have to say that our biggest opponent was ourselves. I think that we as a collective weren't able to collaborate and agree and get to a good point where we were united. And so without that unity, we weren't able to do as good as we were hoping for in the season. But at the end of the day, we made progress. And I'm very happy to say that today we are together and united.
That's excellent. I'm happy to hear that.
The hardest opponent I ever had to face was Richland College. They won 3 times nationals.
Yeah, I hear that all the time. Back to back national champions.
Yeah, they had a lot of recruits from like Spain, Italy, from all the corners from the world, and then we have players from around Dallas. So it's hard to compete against their level, but we believe in ourselves. And then last season we were losing 10-0, but this season we brought it to 2-0. So I'm proud of our
progress.
Our effort, and our coach was happy about it.
Just letting you know, Thunder Ducks, we're coming for you. Just so you know.
So first game of the season, it was against Hill College, and we fell below more than we wanted to in the box score. But I feel like most of the issue was more mentally. It's not really talent-wise, because we have the talent to produce some numbers out there, but I feel like more of it's a mental game.
Okay, Hill College, right? And you reminded me you wasn't pitching that day, right? No. Okay. Make sure. All right.
I feel our hardest competition of the season was Dallas Christian College. I felt like myself and some of my other teammates, we went there thinking like, oh, they're not warming up good. We can just come in and beat them. But they were really more disciplined than us, and they wanted it more that day. So.
Okay.
How much did we lose by?
It was about it wasn't too bad. maybe like 17 points.
76, 75. I mean, 76, 71. So it was a varsity
it was
team.
way
So
close.
Okay.
I was just distracted, like the game was doing so bad, like.
right.
But it was close.
They did good.
It wasn't a Graceland College loss. Okay, all right.
For our team, well, this is my personal opinion. I think our hardest opponent was Mountain View, just because they just, I guess, like to talk and they think we're aggressive. But we just got into
So Mountain View got in your head? Is that right?
That's what I'm trying to say, you know.
Wow.
So we eventually lost like 4-0, 3-0. I don't remember, but it's just like the negativity that was just all over the field, and we were just getting a lot of fouls. The ref was calling everything. And then I heard some things about the coaches, but I ain't gonna say it on live TV.
But you know, we are trying to unite around Dallas College, and so we will work on our sportsmanship, sportspersonship moving forward. But I appreciate hearing about the Mountain View Lions being our toughest opponent in women's soccer.
Yes, in soccer. Thank you.
Indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I appreciate that. So let me shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about language and culture and communication. And I have young people in my household who, in my opinion, at times speak a totally different language. I have no idea what they're saying and what they're trying to convey. But if you could help me by giving me some language and some lingo that could help me glean some knowledge of what the heck they're saying, I would appreciate that. So what are some popular phrases in culture, that you all are using in today's culture to help us old guys understand what's being said?
I would say a popular phrase is the word yo.
The word yo.
So it's basically just saying hello or what's up. So if someone was to call me, I'd be like, yo.
Okay, yo. Okay. All right, versus hello. Okay. Got you.
I don't really use a lot of slang, but the one that I hear all the time is sus, as in that's suspicious.
Like that's sus, as in
That's
sus,
Oh, wow.
as in suspect or suspicious.
Suspicious, like that's weird. Like I gotta look into that.
Okay, all right. Okay, so this weather is kind of sus. Okay, got you. I got you. I'm learning. Okay, good.
I'm gonna be like dog. What's up, dog?
What's up, dog?
Yeah.
Okay. Not your dog. Not your dog.
Not my dog.
Not your puppy, but okay. So that's a term of endearment, brother, friend.
Brotherhood that you got in there with your friends.
Okay, it's your dog. Okay. All right, I got you. Others?
Yeah, I don't use too much slang because like around the house, my dad will like correct me if I can't say like what's up or
Okay.
or I, because he'll be like yes sir, yes.
Okay,
Like
good.
Yeah, but usually it's pretty basic outside of the household. But yeah, it's nothing too crazy or complex.
Okay, all right, okay.
I say that's pressure, or I say that's tough a lot, which mean like it's real cool.
Oh, you slow down. You're going too fast. What was the first one?
That's pressure.
That's pressure, as in the pressure in your tire, pressure,
No, like
pressure in your pipes. What?
no, like whatever they're showing you or you see, be like that's really hard. Like I would like that. Like I like how that looks or whatever.
So pressure is a positive thing.
Yeah.
So let me try to put this in a sentence. So being on this video blog, that's pressure.
Period. Yeah.
Period. You're throwing too many at me, yeah, but I'm gonna try to key up. So pressure, period. Okay, got you. All right. Any other language I should know?
I actually learned this from my brother because I try not to use a lot of slang because I do try to perfect my English just because, English is my second language. But my brother always says, Julie, why you capping? And I'm like, what do you mean I'm capping? I don't even have like a bottle cap. Like, what are you talking about? And then he explained it to me and he was like, girl, you lying. I was like, okay, you should have just said that. Okay.
Oh, okay. So if I were to try to use that in a sentence, I would say this video blog is awesome. No cap.
There you go. There you go, Fred. No.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you. Period. I learned on another show that this show is also pushing P.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Okay.
See, look at you. See, look, I'm saying, look, I'm all right. Good. That's right. So let me. I only got a couple more questions, and I want to go back to athletics for a second because again, I just remember from my old days, there's certain elation that you would feel at certain points in time, and usually that was during a victory. So from your time here at Cedar Valley, what has been the most pivotal moment in your career or your greatest victory here as a Cedar Valley Sun?
My favorite moment as a Cedar Valley Sun, it was this season. I actually had a career high. We had played Southwestern Community College, and we won the game, and I had 43 points. So.
Oh,
JB.
Wow.
Nice.
Man, okay. Congratulations.
So I was first team all conference, and I was also named captain, but I think my biggest accomplishment or achievement as a Cedar Valley Sun was having the opportunity to see my teammates sit together at a game. And I think that we had a lot of exclusion and a lot of just separation between the team. And then one day we all noticed when we sat down at Chipotle that we were all sitting against our partner across from each other. And so for us to be united together was probably my biggest achievement.
Excellent. I appreciate that. Yeah. Excellent. Who'll go next?
One of my achievements was being selected as second team all conference. But my greatest achievement was off the field while maintaining a 4.0 GPA.
Oh, I love that. The reason why we're here. Excellent. Coach, you said you want to jump in?
Yeah, I just want to spotlight Soleil. So the games that I did come to the volleyball game, and I'm like, that little girl can jump. And I'm watching her, and they setting her up, and I'm like, dang. So she's really good. I was so excited to see her play because I'm like, she get up. Yeah. She hits the ball. So I really did. Alyssa, oh my gosh, for her to be so short, she can get up there.
Just for you, Alyssa, I was told I need to tell everybody that you're amazing. She asked me to tell everybody that she is amazing.
Yes.
So who was the leaper?
That was me.
That's you.
I was the libero.
So you got to be careful because Coach is not done recruiting.
Yeah.
Just know that. She's already transferring, Coach. Okay. Awesome. Other memorable moments?
Yeah. Since we're name dropping, we had a game against North Lake College, and so we're kind of dominant. Like the first, I would say, it's about 6th inning, and then we kind of crumbled a little bit, like mentality wise, and the energy started going down since we were like so high up, and then they kind of gained back on us, but. Peyton Starr, our first baseman, he came during
Peyton Starr.
Yeah, second semester he came around, but he hit a walk-off double off the wall, and it was a walk-off win. It was electric afterwards. I was yelling so much I lost my voice for like a week.
Wow, I love that. I love that.
I'd say for me, at the beginning of the season, our team was like trying to figure out how to play with each other. And once we got it together, we were able to win our district. And that was a highlight for me. And we could get revenge against Mountain View for our other sport, too.
Okay, excellent.
My accomplishment when I am on the Cedar Valley team, I actually was named captain. And I also got the first conference team award. And my GPA is really high, and I was able to get into the Phi Theta Kappa.
Phi Theta Kappa. Okay, yes.
I think that's Latin. Latin is close to Spanish. I don't know.
Yeah.
I always mispronounce it. But those are my accomplishments.
That's huge because you're in our National Honor Society, and that will take you so very far in life. Congratulations to all of you. We're so proud of you, and thank you for choosing the Cedar Valley campus out of all the places you could have gone. But let me just ask one last question. Unfortunately, life isn't forever. There's a point in time where our time on this earth is over. And when your time is done, share with us what you hope your legacy will be.
The legacy that I want to leave, passed down from generation to generation, I just want to just instill in the bloodline that just hard work and just work ethic, it can get you so far. And I just want, like, my brand, Shoot First, it'll always be passed down to my kids, grandkids, and it'll be able to provide for them. I really want to create generational wealth just for just my bloodline and just everybody from generations that's up under me.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
I think that for me, I want my legacy to be that no matter who you are or where you come from or what you stand for it proudly. And you have a lot of pride and joy that comes from that. And I don't think that you shy down from being different or from choosing a different path compared to other people. And you just run with it. And I think I also want to remind everyone that we're human and that we're allowed to make mistakes and for us to be able to be present in the moments that we're in and we never get them back.
That's right. That's right. That's right. John, what legacy will you leave, sir?
I want my legacy to be my faith. My mother always prays for me, and then she always says the only thing I can leave you is my faith that you're believing in God, and I want that to be a special thing for my kids and my grandkids because I want them to have eternal life.
That's exceptional. Thank you for sharing that, sir.
Whenever I pass, I just want to, like, work ethic and you to follow your passion to be, like, the main priority. I don't want you to feel like you have to fill in anyone else's shoes prior. Just create your own path and be true to yourself and don't change for anybody.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
When I go, I just want to be known for my vibrancy and my ability to be able to adapt to anything and be good at it and turn any bad situation into a positive light. And I hope that I could pass that on to my family and all my friends as well.
Well, Nia, I can say that you are probably already known for your vibrancy, so you're well on your way. Yes, indeed.
When I pass away, I want people to know me by being very determined, not giving up on my dreams, despite on the criticism I get, even from family members. So I just want them to be like, oh my God, dang, Julie, you did that.
That's fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. Coach, what about you? When you think about legacy, what legacy will you leave?
My legacy, I always say to inspire before I expire.
Inspire before you expire. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
Inspire before I expire.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. So this has just been an amazing conversation. I'm so happy to be in this moment with you all. Just a couple other questions popped into my head that I'm curious to know. Teams, none of you play individual sports. You all are on a team sport. Tell me what you love most about the team that you are a part of. Who'll go first?
What I love most about my team this year was that it was a young team, so it was only 2 sophomores. So I got the opportunity just to lead how I want to, and really set an example for them to just give them game and get them gems for them to apply later down the road and use for next year and next season.
So this was a coachable team. This was a team that was easy to be led or wanted to be led, or no?
Yes, sir. Just a little bit. It's a little bit. I'm still young, so I mean, my advice, it kind of helps them, but they'll see what I'm talking about later down the road.
Okay, awesome. Okay, got you.
I'd have to say that I love our lightheartedness and our energy to our team. We have a very goofy and weird team, but at the same time, we're all very similar in many ways, so we get along really well.
Awesome. So y'all have fun.
We have so much fun.
Good. I love to hear that. Yes, indeed.
Our soccer team, it's just jokes is on the team. Like, we all like to hang out like after practices or after games. And then it's like a brotherhood. Everyone's together. They like send each other messages, like to check up on each other.
Okay.
That's what I really like about our team.
I just hear y'all love brotherhood. Y'all bonded. That's great.
Yes,
excellent.
Sir.
Awesome.
So all these guys are pretty much new. I think there's only like 3 returning sophomores, but I like the energy that everybody has, and then it feels like team chemistry has grown very strong over the last couple months, and I feel like it's unbreakable at this point.
I love that. Unbreakable. That's excellent. All right. Nia?
I feel like a lot of them were saying, like, our team's very funny and we can bond over the stupidest things that we'll just laugh all the practice and probably get in trouble for. But, and like, that we hang out after practice and study together. And I feel like we're all in it together, so that makes it easier being a student athlete.
Excellent. Love that.
My team, I think every team is goofy. I ain't gonna lie. Every team is goofy, and I really love how, even though I'm captain, other people step up and, play the role as captain too. So I just see everyone as basically captain because they create that bond with each other. And, we can't play during the season, but after the season was over, they picked up some games at some indoor and they bonded. So that's what I love about my team. They have that unity within each other.
Great, excellent. So let me ask you. I know you talked earlier about how consuming your sport is, and how consuming it is being a student, and how consuming life just is in general. Do y'all have any hobbies or anything that you like to do that's outside of your sport that might be interesting that you want to share?
Really, outside of basketball, I really like to focus on my brand. And I just really like to just get my time.
Tell us what that brand is again.
Shoot First Studios, once again. Shop online at www.shootfirststudios.com.
Okay.
But off the basketball court, I really like to spend my time just dedicating my time to that and just putting my passion into that.
Excellent. Okay, I appreciate that. That's more than a hobby, though. Yeah, yes, indeed.
So outside of my sport, I actually still continue to play my sport. But besides that, I love to watch Netflix. I'm binge watch Netflix all the time.
So what show are you binge watching now?
Currently, I'm watching Ozark.
Oh, that's
Ozark.
It is really, really good.
Yep. I love that show too, I have to admit. Yes, indeed. Excellent. All right.
My hobbies, I like to go fishing. I like to play chess. And I also like to read Christian books.
Okay, awesome. I love that. Any more hobbies anyone wants to share?
I like to draw in my free time, and movies too. Watching a lot of different movies I feel like it's better to have all these like references. If people ever reference like a show or a joke, I don't want to be left out. But that's
okay. Excellent. Yes, indeed.
Some of my hobbies, I like bedazzling things.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that. What did you say? Bedazzling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make it sparkly. Yeah. Sparkle.
Okay.
And I also like cooking. Like I've taken a few cooking classes, and I just want to get like my grandma. I can know 1,000 recipes without having to measure anything. I really enjoy it.
Oh wow, that's okay. Fantastic.
I guess I just do volunteer work that's my hobby, volunteer work. And
okay.
I like to travel. I'm actually going to Colombia for the spring break. So.
Oh, good for you. Well, hopefully it's a lot warmer there.
I don't know. I think I got the bad weather.
Yeah. Good. Coach, what about you? What hobbies do you have?
Oh, I like to model. I love taking pictures. I like to shop. That's it.
Okay, fantastic. So, another question I've been dying to ask as relates to, the words we live by. To give you an example, the words I live by, there's a quote from Gandhi. And Gandhi says that harmony is achieved when what you think and what you say and what you do are aligned. And so basically, Gandhi teaches us to say what you think and do what you say. And my life has gotten so much simpler since I've followed that advice. I'm curious to know from your perspective, what are some words that you live by that you'd be willing to share?
Some meaningful words I live by. It's a quote by J. Cole, and it says, "Keep grinding, boy. Your life can change in 1 year, and even when it's dark outside, the sun is shining somewhere else." So just breaking down that quote, like whatever you do, just continue to do it. Like don't ever give up. You'll never know how close it is for your dream to come true. Like tomorrow might be the day that you become rich or something.
Right.
So I just keep that, never get too high, never get too low, and just stay balanced and just continue to be humble.
I love that. Excellent. Thank you.
My parents have said two things to me ever since I was a little kid, and I still live by those things to this day. My dad always told me, and my mom saying that you have greatness within you, and you can do anything that you set your mind to. And I think that sometimes it just takes that step forward of this is exactly what I want to do. And I'm going to stick to it and I can achieve it no matter what anybody says.
Excellent. Excellent. I appreciate that. You're fortunate. Yes, indeed.
So my quote, it comes from the Bible. It comes from Colossians 3:23. It says, "Work willingly at whatever you do, as though you were working for the Lord, rather for the people." So like my mom always says, if I'm like a garbage man, let me be the best garbage man. I want to become
right.
excellent,
That's right.
excellent at whatever I do.
That's exactly right. I love that. Excellent. Any others?
A quote I guess you could say I live by is believe you can and you're already halfway there. I feel like a lot of people don't want to try things because they don't want to fail, but you can't fail if you never tried it in the first place.
Exceptional. Exceptional.
One of my favorite person is Malcolm X. I'm actually reading his autobiography.
Yeah.
And that's how I started to focus more on my English, because he was in prison. So he kind of read a lot of books.
Right.
So he says, education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. So that's why I want to, focus on the way I speak, on the way I just do things, and I want to read a lot of books just because, as I said, English is my second language and I want to be better for America, I guess.
Yeah, I love that. And I can just say how an honor it is for me to be a part of your legacy, a part of your journey. You are the future does belong to all of you, and I'm proud and happy to see how hard and how serious you are at getting prepared for that. Well, again, that's our time. We appreciate you all streaming us. Again, this is Sunsational News, the video blog where we celebrate the amazing students and the phenomenal programs at the Cedar Valley campus of the Dallas College family. Remember, we are the Cedar Valley Suns because the sun never sets on the possibilities. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Meet the 3 generations of Leonards.
You know how to do it. You're doing it right. Yeah.
You know, I was in the war, but I never got a chance to go to college.
Me either. I had kids young and I had to work 2 jobs.
TJ is the first in his family to go to college.
Now that I'm going to Dallas College, I think it's time for me to man the grill.
Pops, you hear that?
Good thing you're going to college. You got a lot to learn.
Don't mind them, TJ. You'll be cooking up a new career in no time. Dallas College.
To learn more about Dallas College, click here. It's right there. It's a button. You just click it. Yeah, that's it. Click it.